update, and the current price for Ripple is at the $0.86 mark. And I'll start by giving you a very quick review of what has been happening in the market. So where the price of Ripple came to this point that you have on the $0.55 mark, where we have a key support. That key support, at some point we went down below it, and then it gave us some support over here, and we had a bounce back to the upper side in a breakout. And in that breakout, the market went up by more than 50%. Also giving you a quick review of what has been happening, you can see that the market from around July of 2021 went up in this Elliott wave chart pattern over here, in a wave 1, wave 2, a wave 3, and a wave 5 on the $1.43 mark. And from there we had this ABC correction on this other side, and that ABC correction took us to the $0.55 mark, which I think for me Ripple did what I expected it to do in an ABC correction. It hit the target levels that I expected it to hit. So what we are currently seeing is, to me, is a breakout to the upper side. And so for me, what could be forming at the moment maybe could be a wave 1, wave 2, maybe to a wave 5 Elliott wave chart pattern that might be forming over here to the upper side. So that's my first case scenario that I expect to see. So with that being said, I expect higher prices for XRP, but there are key scenarios that I also expect, just in case we have the worst case scenarios playing out. So the first one is that we can continue having higher prices and maybe reach this resistance that you have over here, break above it on the $1 mark, and by doing that we'll be in a very critical region over here, because once we have a breakout to this resistance that you have over here, we can have a retest of it, and that could take us to an all-time high. So that's the first case scenario that I expect. And once that move plays out, that can take us to an all-time high. So that's the first case scenario that I expect to play out on this chart. We can have a breakout to the upper side, touch the $1 mark, and then break to the upper side. Also, we could get to the $1 mark and get rejected over this resistance that you have over here. And once that happens, we can have a pullback to the downside and maybe reach the support that you have on the $0.15 mark. And if that case scenario happens, I expect that support zone to hold, and once it holds, we can then have a bounce back to the upper side. And if it doesn't, that will mean that we'll be unlocking even lower prices for XRP. So those are the key scenarios that I expect to play out. And for this case scenario to happen, maybe this can play out if Bitcoin has another sell-off. Also note that on the daily RSI, the market is in the overbought region. That could mean that we can have a pullback to the downside to almost the $0.72 mark, where we have our key support over here. And once that happens, that will be giving us some space to have a bounce back on the RSI. That means if that move plays out, the RSI will be on a downtrend and maybe reach the oversold region. Then we can have a divergence to the upper side, and that will mean that once we touch this support, we have another breakout to the upper side. Those are the key scenarios. So I'll keep you updated. So let's be patient and see how the market plays out. I'll keep you updated. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell.